GameSHOUT Radio is property of GameSHOUT, a company of Red Planet LLC. All rights reserved. Executive producer, Andy Hodges. For live broadcast booking information, syndication, or advertising, email info@gameshout.com. All comments expressed on the show are not necessarily those of GameSHOUT, Red Planet LLC, its advertisers, guests, or syndication affiliates. All music is licensed by ASCAP and BMI. Recordings of this broadcast prohibited without prior written consent.
And welcome back to GameSHOUT Radio. I'm your host, Sexy Josh, along with just about every GameSHOUT member here for Friendly Fire here on GameSHOUT Radio at GameSHOUT.com. We got Andy Hodges, Captain Maverick, Egoraptor, Soulrift, TrickNeal, and myself, Sexy Josh, hanging out here for Friendly Fire. This is a show we're just going to kick back and chit-chat about games for a while, and you know, a lot of the different things that are going on in the gaming industry.
And you never know who's going to get caught in the middle of Friendly Fire, okay? You never know.
Yeah. Anyways, this week, I wanted to bring up the interesting subject of, you know, I've been reading a lot recently about the new PlayStation 3 Hub service that Sony's going to be offering. This is the online counterpart to the PS3 that is supposed to be the Xbox Live killer, which seems like a very bold statement, and yeah, I know it's coming from Sony, somebody who's been doing the console gaming for a lot longer than Microsoft, but Microsoft so far has a better track record of online gaming service than Sony, which is kind of funny considering, you know, Microsoft was just like, well, you know what, here we are, and here's Xbox Live. So far, and I don't care if you own a PS2 or an Xbox or an Xbox 360, or if you own a Nintendo GameCube, you have to admit that Xbox Live did it right. They did it right from the beginning, and has just completely promoted online gaming for consoles hardcore. I know PC gamers are sitting there going, "Oh, well, we've been doing it for a lot longer." Shut up. You know what? Then nobody cares, because here's the deal: console games have not.
Sure.
You have, but here's the deal: console games have not. Xbox Live was a revolution in some senses. Yes, there has been online you know, services before, but nothing really worked well. And Microsoft, you know, comes on the scene with Xbox, and then brings us Xbox Live. I mean, for the first year before Xbox Live came out, everybody had an Xbox with this little networking port in the back that was like, when am I going to take this online? And then they finally did. And since then, it has been one of the biggest features for any Xbox game, any console game. Yeah, PlayStation 2 had the online feature, and they did it for free. But you had to buy the hard drive, and you had to buy the modem, and it became too complicated. Yeah, it was free, but you know, good luck for not getting any games that didn't have any lag. Whereas with Xbox Live, it was broadband only. You had the thing built in already. The hard drive was there. You were good to go. And now, with the new Xbox 360, everybody has Xbox Live right off the bat. You got your silver, you got your silver membership.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Right off the bat, exactly. And you already have Xbox Live, you know, capable. You can talk to your friends, meet friends online, send messages back and forth. It's kind of like a, you know, MSN for your Xbox Live. So now, you know,
you can also change your homepage to meet your personality and the game that you want to. Yeah, it's really cool that way. Xbox did that really well.
They did. They did an awesome job at promoting online gaming for you know, Xbox Live. And one of the secondary coolest things of this is the more and more that the online services are growing, the more and more it's becoming more and looking like, and this is actually an interesting thing about Windows Vista is that there's Microsoft is you know, toting the fact that they're going to tie in Xbox Live somehow with Windows Vista. That's another subject we should talk about a lot later on, but you know, just from that thought, I'd like the idea of, you know, maybe playing you know, games across, you know, an Xbox 360 and a PC, or maybe putting a dedicated server on your PC for an Xbox 360 game. You know, just ideas to throw out there, which would be really cool. But PS3 lately has been definitely coming out the gate here. Sony's been I don't know if Sony's actually been starting these rumors, but the rumors have been, you know, pretty much firing up here.
Yeah, they're going to do things like game downloads. At least that's what we hear. In fact, that's on GameSHOUT. There's a story, PS3 to offer game downloads.
Well, that is one aspect of it. It's not been confirmed or, you know, well, denied for that part. But there's a lot that they're looking at offering. Sony's come out, well, that's like, again, this is not Sony saying this, but these are rumors, at least coming out saying that you're going to have game downloads. You're going to have this iTunes-like media download service. You're going to have the PSP tied into the PS3, and you're going to have all these.
Yeah, that's cool too.
They're going to have all these. Yeah, exactly. You're going to have all these other features that'll be, just coming out the doors that sound like they're going to be better than Xbox Live. But I think the main question here is, well, the two main questions here is A, can Sony do it? I mean, straight up, can Sony do it? Can Sony come out with an Xbox killer? And B, if they do it, will it really be the Xbox killer? Will it actually outshine with Xbox? Well,
Well, first of all, understand one point, okay? Sony has got a lot of money backing them. They've never lost a dime on anything they've done. They've never taken a profit loss on any console in the past. They probably won't take a profit loss in this one. But when Sony comes out with something, I mean, they're gonna come out feet first. They always have. When Sony comes out with this, they're going to have the example that Xbox Live has already set for them. And you know that's going to be a big plus in Sony's favor, that they're going to be able to see what works and what doesn't work just by looking at Xbox experience, Microsoft's experience.
Yeah, I mean, they are going to have the ability to just, basically reverse engineer what Xbox Live has done well and, make it work for them. But at the same time, I look at Microsoft and I think, you know what? They're not stupid. These guys are the first console that had the ability to expand upon their console games. I mean, in the sense of you could... all right, let me put it this way. They were the first console to have an expansion pack for their console games. It's the fact that, that you can upgrade your Xbox or your Xbox game by downloading stuff to the hard drive that made it a lot, in my opinion, a lot better than PS2. The fact that you could, the Halo 2 expansion pack that came out for Halo 2 on Xbox One, you could download all the maps right to your hard drive and blam, you actually suddenly have like 10 new maps that are all of a sudden on your game. So I don't think Microsoft is stupid in the fact that, they see this coming. They knew it was coming, and with a simple click of a button, all of a sudden Xbox Live could be that much better. There you go. There's a bunch of new features right on your thing. You download them right off the bat.
You think so?
I kid you not. I think so. I think
okay.
Honestly, these. I mean, would you not put that in there? Just looking at the track record, like I said, they always built in the ability to expand upon the software. They have downloads, they have the updates, the patches you can download for the backwards compatibility. Why not for the software? Why not so PS3 comes out the gate with a media service, Xbox, Microsoft says, well, you know what, we have a media service too now. Click. Simple as that.
Well, Andy, you were talking to Raymond last year at E3, Raymond Herrera at our Halo gaming party. And what did he say about the Xbox Live?
Well, he mentioned this during an on-air interview that we had with him. That he was asked, what console does he prefer, and he said, PlayStation 2. But since there's the live feature with Xbox, he has to choose Xbox for the video game console. That's his preference.
And
there was a news article yesterday. Now I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to happen if it's true. We have not confirmed this yet, but there's other companies distributing.
I have the story in front of me.
That okay, go ahead. I'll let you do the story.
Well, if you want, PS3 might work with the Xbox 360. Yeah, Sony says their Asia's corporate manager, director, senior vice president. He's saying that that there are going to be some Microsoft games that are going to play on both machines. They stated that they've not finalized the specific time frame for the PS3 launch or pricing or any of that stuff, but that they don't regard Xbox as a competitor, rather a company the company may even consider working with Microsoft to develop games together that would work both on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Now, how's that for a cool idea? I mean, why on earth would Sony migrate with Xbox 360 games and vice versa? I mean, it doesn't seem like logical to me.
Well, you have to find out what games they're talking about, because I can't imagine Xbox giving up their Halo 3, for instance. I think that's going to be their niche for the Xbox Live.
You know,
Likely.
It would be interesting to see how this plays out. I think, ultimately, I think down the road here, it might, if this is true, I honestly don't believe a single word of it, just because of the hostilities between the two companies over the past few years. But the idea that they'd work together to start co-producing games for both Xbox and PS3, it just
Sony's handing out an olive branch. That's all. Sony's just trying to say, here, peace.
Well, yeah, we'll see about that. I mean, if they wanted an olive branch, they wouldn't be making an online service. Think about it. But you look at it exactly. But you look at it like this. I mean, it brings up an interesting idea of maybe sometime down the road. And that's one of the before I get into this point, that's one of the down parts of multiple consoles is if you don't have every console, you don't get the whole flavor of games. If you had an Xbox, you didn't get to play Final Fantasy X. If you had PS2, you didn't get to play Halo or Halo 2. Regardless of what other side has fired back and forth about how both those games suck, I don't care. They both rocked. Both Halo 2 and the Final Fantasy series, and every game on the PS2 was cool. Every game on the Xbox was cool. And it was hard, I wish I had both. And up until just recently, I didn't have PS2 up until about a year ago. So I think the idea that maybe sometime down the road, I think it'd be really cool if there was like one system. You just had one gaming system, like the X Station 3.5, something like that. But think about it. You think how cool would that be? You're bringing together two of the biggest consoles and making one mega console. You're just making a console that can play all of it.
X Station 365 coming to a store near you.
But yeah, seriously, think about it. Think about the ideas behind it, that you would be able to play every single game. I mean, I'd love to play a lot of the PS3 games. I'm looking forward to a lot of the Xbox 360 games, but I don't like the fact that I get to spend about $1,000 for just the consoles alone.
No, that's just a little overboard.
I think in the long run that would be, I mean, yeah, it would be monopolizing almost of the console gaming market, but at the same time, it would make things a hell of a lot less confusing for both parents and game developers. You'd only have to do it for one system. You wouldn't have to multi-platform. And I think in the long run, if both of them came together, I'm sure as hell that they could build a gaming station that could blow away any of the PCs of the day. Something that could be.
Oh, I don't know about
amazing.
that. I don't know, but I think PC is going to rule the gaming world again and continue to rule it, because PC, you have community. That's right, there's community. But now Xbox Live
that's coming
is
together
now
and making
bringing
it a
community. And PS3, they're starting to make a community. This is going to be interesting to see how it plays out, but I still think that the PC is, with all its ability to upgrade and constantly change and evolve to meet your needs, is going to continue to stand on the top of the hill of those old broken down consoles.
But we're starting to see a shift in the console market where upgrading your console seems to be a new idea. You can get the $300 regular Xbox without a hard drive. Want to upgrade it to a hard drive? Go out and get a hard drive. With the PS2, it was you could upgrade it to you could throw in a modem, you could throw in a hard drive. Granted, it was a very piss poor idea, but you could do it anyways. So I mean, the ideas are there. I think there's a lot of crossover ideas that could definitely be really cool. But in the long run, I still think Xbox Live beats out PS3 to get back to our original topic. But we got to take a quick break.
No, I don't know about that.
Yeah, whatever. I'm going to take a quick break here, and when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about what we've been playing here at the GameSHOUT offices. Stick tuned. We got more coming up after this.
This is GameSHOUT Radio, the #1 talk game station in the world. Visit GameSHOUT.com for more info. GameSHOUT. GameSHOUT.